I spent the entire thing talking about me personally, not the greater issue, nothing that's going on besides it. It's just me and Nick, and that's it. That's all I'm talking about for an hour and 40 minutes. An hour and 40 minutes. My personal interactions with Doe, the whole nine. An hour and 40 minutes. And this is the call I get.
Actually, the MUTAHAR uses a lot of footage from my video. Well, not a lot, but some amount of footage from my videos in the Nux video. So, for example, there's like the, there were like issues with thumbnails. And you can see like this flashing pixelated collection of like thumbnails flashing by. That's footage from my video.
Okay, I'm not trying to be rude here. What's that got to do with my stream? If you watch, when we watched NIKANDROS' video, obviously said it was a good video as far as like getting the point across and showing that Mood is kind of a fake, and I stand by that. But I also said it was a little intense and weird, and it has to do with a weird experience that I had with him in some ways. And then he kind of hints that he's gonna still. I kind of thought he was hinting that he's gonna go with the pet allegations. So we'll see. We'll see if he does or not. But he apparently got really upset because this guy's a big YouTuber now. He's big. He's the man. We're not NIKANDROS. He is not by any stretch a MUTAHAR A-logger that's just like some weird autistic guy from wherever the fuck he's from. Well, I actually know where he's from. But, and it's not like somebody calls me that knew him and told him that he's not the most well-adjusted person on the planet. And going by like everything's MUTAHAR in his channel, you might come to that conclusion. But all that being said and all that being known, I said, all right, the video is good, but I didn't like this. I didn't like that. That hurt his feelings, I guess. So we got the same old stuff. Tommy C blabbed and leaked on stream that MUTAHAR's wife has been complaining to him about his relatives, complaining to him that his relatives are telling him MUTAHAR is a pet. And Tommy speculates my next video will throw pet allegations at him. Well, here's the thing. When you called me, first of all, there's nothing to leak because there's no agreement between me and Doe that this is somehow private information. There's another thing too. When your husband and you sit there and try to make me out to be a fucking ped, and you have absolutely no problem with that whatsoever, even if this conversation was somehow private, which it wasn't, you lose that privacy with me. So screw her. So, and here's the best part, Nick. I'm pretty sure I told this story back in January when you called in. I've told this. That was not the first time I told that story. So this whole narrative, it's public. It's public knowledge that I thought it was fucked up. That she's coming to me, telling me like, and I was so empathetic for that. You know, the relatives are calling him a ped, right? I don't look. I'm not going to say. You know what? I'm not even going down that road because that was my whole problem with NIKANDROS' call because I'm not committing to this shit, right? Like you're gonna. Your mind's going to be blown how I came to this conclusion that the next video might be like pet allegations. I know it's like these people actively defy common sense. They instead of it's common sense. It's like no. I'm going to nitpick. I'm going to split hairs. So Tommy C or Tommy GTP is known to hallucinate things sometimes. Well, I guess we're not going to get an attack on anything or debunking of anything I actually said about the video. Yeah. We're going to go, he's a drunk, he's a this, here's a that. But in that case, that's true. Let me clear things up quickly. Excuse me. That is not a thing that is happening. There's no evidence or reason for me to claim MUTAHAR was a ped. And here's the thing. You know what these autistic guys, there is no such thing as like saying something hyperbolic. No such thing. Everything is to be taken literally. Okay, buddy. And it's driving me fucking insane. It's a way to nitpick and okay. That doesn't mean my next video won't be an expose of MUTAHAR and the person, a different person who undeniably knowingly profited from harming children. So he said, this is definitely not going to be a ped. And then he turns around and he sits there and says, for harming children. I can't, was he, I don't know. Was he telling him to fucking, to get a better version DLC of Minecraft, to like take a bath with a toaster? So I wonder, like, you know what this sounds like to me, NIKANDROS? It sounds like you're about to shoehorn something. Yeah, it does. And I got news. That's what it sounds like. This is common sense. You're about to shoehorn something. Will you directly call him a pedophile? I could see something like this. You fucking say everything and walk up to the line, right? And then, but I didn't say the word pedophile. This guy's funny. So he's harming children. I was not going to watch a video. It wasn't going to be for this ped stuff, because I figured that was the way he was going. If I'm wrong, okay, we'll see. But it's not an unreasonable conclusion to come with. He undeniably profited from harming children on a large scale. Here's what these guys, Queeman, J-Stock, NIKANDROS, all these friggin' chud orbiters, they could turn recording somebody unlawfully to rape. So I'm really imagine what's he going to shoehorn? What's he going to turn into harming children? Hold on a second. How is that different? How is that different too than the idiot, those stupid English kids a couple years ago that me and Nick had to deal with? These guys, they'll probably blow the case. They'll probably get, who knows? You might even get MUTAHAR some sympathy. You know? Yeah. So what were you saying before you interrupted?
So I think this is just going to be about Nux. He's going to talk about Nux.
So he's harming children by watching.
So like Nux with the whole lolly shit.
So how does that harm children? Yeah. Well, how does recording somebody illegally equal rape? This is rape. This is recording somebody illegally. But no, they're going to shoot it.
This is just like a fucking guess on
my part. Apparently,
probably going to play.
Apparently, who cares? Apparently, it was just completely unreasonable for me to come to this conclusion, especially after he called in. Hold on a second. By the way, so I do an entire stream in December, right? Talking about me and my personal thing. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned when she was talking, because I was furious with MUTAHAR. He was totally throwing me on the bus in front of Turkey Tom. And then we'd find out a couple months later that he was throwing me on the bus to Mama Max before he stabbed Mama Max in the back, after stabbing me in the back, right? So I was pissed off about it. Chud said, he was probably talking about you on that podcast. There's somebody that was supporting pedophiles. And I looked at it and I said, Chud, you're right. So Nux calls in. I spent the entire thing talking about me personally, not the greater issue, nothing that's going on besides this. It just me and Nick, and that's it. That's all I'm talking about for an hour and 40 minutes. An hour and 40 minutes. My personal interactions with Doe, the whole nine. An hour and 40 minutes. And this is the call I got. I don't know. NIKANDROS, how are you?
Hello.
How can I help you, sir?
Well, basically, you said that you don't know what the involvement.
No, I don't. I'm not saying you weren't involved. I'm just not familiar with it.
Sure. So, actually, the MUTAHAR uses a lot of footage from my video. Well, not a lot, but some amount of footage from my videos in the Nux video. For example, there's like the there were like issues with thumbnails, and you can see like this flashing pixelated collection of like thumbnails flashing by. That's footage from my video.
Okay, I'm not trying to be rude here. What's that got to do with my stream? Everybody's an A-logger, and you're gonna see this ego thing. He thinks he is something else, right?
Yeah, he's the fucking second coming.
I'm not trying to be a douche here.
No, don't worry about that. But it's like
because this whole thing is a little more personal. The whole stream was personal. The whole thing.
Yeah, I'm mad at MUTAHAR.
I'm mad at MUTAHAR. That's the name of the stream. This is not one of those jokey headlines. I am mad at MUTAHAR. I'm mad.
Not fucking
You know what it is? They all get together and they get in their Discords and they fucking do their gay ops and they think everybody's like them. This is my thing. Yeah. I don't care about that other shit. That's you guys. That's your life. Not my life. I talk about my life. You guys do your thing, but you work in groups. Tommy speculates my next video about pet allegations. I don't know. Like, what a crazy conclusion to come to.
Well, sure, but it's kind of related to the reason why this like whole thing happened, because like
I'm not doing why this whole thing. I'm not. The subject of the stream is not why this whole thing happened. The subject of the stream is a podcast that he did in 2022, where he appears to say that there's a bunch of creators out there that are just calling Mama Max cringe, and on top of that, some of them are probably kind of tolerant. Can you guess? Can anybody guess for a second? Can you guess why one of the reasons that I'm not covering this stuff? Other than maybe I've said in the past, but scratch that. Maybe I've said in the past that this is the kind of stuff I kind of want to avoid, right? Especially after the pyro thing. Do you have any logical idea why I don't want to fucking go there? Vault?
No. Probably because you actually like had to be right about it. You had to be like,
because he's fucking rich.
Also, yeah, he's fucking rich.
He's fucking loaded. Are you fucking crazy? I will let the guys that live with their parents and think they have nothing to lose. I have something to lose. I have skin in the game. I have 2 children. I do value my reputation. I'm not so deluded and delusional that I can double and triple and quadruple down like flamenco, which I think a lot of what these guys are. And I'm interested to see what happens with NIKANDROS going, I really wonder if this is a flamenco situation. He strikes gold and then just goes too fucking far. That's what I'm wondering. Yeah. That's what I'm wondering.
Also, like, fucking perfect example, the fucking stalkers of Ethan. They're all getting sued now by Ethan.
Yeah!
Perfect fucking example.
I'm sure this guy lives with his parents. I'm sure I'd be shocked if he had any fucking job or ever had a job. And I'm sure he lives this autistically through and through. And those things don't enter his fucking brain. Now, when you can't grasp common sense and everything has to be literal, I could see why you could come to this conclusion. The only critic of Mama Max at that time was me. That's the subject of the stream. Anything outside of that, I think has been covered to death by other YouTubers. I haven't covered any of it. I just give a synopsis. And by the way, how polite am I being? Which is unusual.
Very
in the beginning of why he was in trouble.
Yeah.
Because I was actually pretty bummed out by this.
Okay, I just had stuff about the MUTAHAR situation, but
I was basically covering like how it affected me. I'm not. I'll be honest with you. I'm not familiar with all ins and outs. I understand that he was kind of outspoken about the art that he supposedly was watching with. I'm even being careful about what I say because A, I don't know, and B, I don't want to get sued. Taco. And by the way, he's got the kind of money. He's got the kind of money to sue me. And here's the thing. Even if I'm right, even if I win, I'm going to put my family through that shit? Are you fucking crazy? Now, you guys that live with your parents and go right ahead.
Just ask Carl, man.
He's a furry too? Shocking. I'm just... Look, I talked about myself, my person. I did not want, this was not an opportunity to jump on and join a gay op and enjoy, what do they call it, a pile-on or some flame war or whatever. I hate that shit. I actually hate that shit. And I hate the fact that if you don't join these fucking things, because I've avoided them back in the old kooky right-wing Medicare days, and I avoid them now. With all the Chud's rejects and the DGG, you have to get on board with us. On everything, or else
you're either with us or
you're a moron. Give me a break. Like I mostly do a comedy show. It's like a Howard Stern thing, and then I cover commentators because they find a bunch of goofy motherfuckers. I'm not as drilled in as others. So to speak. So I don't know.
We don't have to. Okay. If there's nothing to talk about, then we don't need to talk.
Okay. All right. Take care.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Matt, do you know who that was? No idea who that was.
No clue. No clue.
I have no idea.
I haven't kept up with the MUTAHAR drama that well.
This might be, it might be ironic. I think this is Matt's last show.
Yeah.
And if you watch today, Matt is now.
It's like one big circle.
Matt will probably never be on Shot from the Point again, which is sad. Maybe he'll come on my birthday stream, but he's not.
I think he will. I honestly think he will.
I'm sure he'll come out in some aspect, but he's never going to host again. He's never going to do what we did and put the show together. I think those days are over. Yeah, this is. I'm sorry. This is about me. Yeah, I think this is Matt's last show. This is it. How ironic. The stars are aligning for me as usual. I understand he fucked up. So I gave the synopsis in the beginning, and I pointed out, and I'm basically asking, Who the fuck were you talking about? Wow, Matt, you're lazy.
Well, I mean, there was a Reddit, and then I thought Hassan started. Didn't Hassan start all this? I thought that was Hassan. He made a comment, and then Muta made a video.
No, Hassan said something really awful. He said basically that he was running around with guys that basically what I said about him, and although I was right about him and Ethan, he basically said about us. He's running around with like crypto now, the same old stuff from Hassan. Everybody's a Nazi type of thing, that whole thing. So this is basically the most harsh that I criticize NIKANDROS. I was like, I don't know if I do that, and I don't know. Maybe it's probably going to be some ped stuff, whatever, right? So this guy Derpy, I don't know. I don't know Derpy. I don't know why you're getting so upset about the whole fucking thing. You're a fan, and I love you. You're a fan. I don't feel like I like when people defend me. I'd be lying if I didn't, but whatever. All right. So I just found the whole thing funny. I'm not going to say he's ped, but I'm going to say he's harming children. Okay, LOL. So I finally get a comment, and then we're going to go with the sort of word break. They're going to go with what works. They're not going to say anything. They're not going to tell you what I got wrong. They're not going to say how I got it wrong. They're going to do the same thing. Is there a single language you can actually understand? I wrote back. I go, you're in the big boys club. Get used to being made fun of, and hearing, in my case, a light criticism of your video. Right? So because that's where this whole thing, it must have, because I was one and done with him. And I mostly said it was good. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Because the constantly saying engineer. And you know what? Fucking make your own video. I'm so tired of this JStalk crap. Like, Willie Mac, you got to do the video this way and this way and this way. I'm not going to do that to him. I give you my opinion and you can fucking take it or leave it. But obviously, it's getting under old Nick's skin a little bit. Which, you know what I'm seeing? A glimpse of the lolcow gene. A glimpse. Because why would you fucking care? Why would you care? No amount of playing dumb or gaslighting is going to make you any less funny and weird. And his voice is weird, and you can see how awkward he is when he called in. And that's the vibe I got from him. Hey, I've never taken issue with people punching upwards. The guy just got 100K video.
Yeah, he's fucking John Swan now. He's the next John Swan. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, Jesus! Thanks for your permission. 100K video. Who the fuck do you think you are? And you know what this sounds like to me? Flamenco. It sounds like flamenco. But you're functionally illiterate. If your takeaway from my tax is that MUTAHAR is harming children, also, and obviously, listen to this. This is a joke. I'm making light of what he said. And he can't even see it because he's so fucking autistic. I'm not going to say he's bad, but I'm going to say he's harming children. Okay, fair. Right? That's a light jab. It's not to be taken literally. It's not to be taken literally. He's going to fuck something up if he's this uptight. Guarantee it. Right? He's using a voice changer? I can see. But you're functionally, if you take away, is the text harming children. Also, you can harm children without being a pedophile. Really? If you hit the man in the head with a fucking shovel and not molest them at the same time? Well, thanks for telling me, NIKANDROS.
Just run them over?
Yeah. So I'm really interested to see how you say he's harming children outside of pedophilia, sex, or lolly or something. I'm so wait for this YouTube effort. Turkey Tom did this once too. With Pyrocynical. Much as I love Turkey Tom, love him to death. Right? Actually, he sent me something this weekend I wanted to cover, and I forgot to fucking bring it up. Damn it. But the second Pyro video went too far.
Yeah, he pulled back.
It went too far. He didn't get it. He didn't get enough from him. He wanted to fucking end him. If you go into this
we saw fucking harmful opinion.
If you go into this commentary, I think it over and over again for the last 10 years, right? If you go in this to try to end people and cancel people, it usually comes back. It usually boomerangs. And on Tom, his biggest mistake is he wanted blood. It's not always a wise thing. Also, you can harm children makes any sense. So I wrote back, you might be right. Being autistic and selectively taking everything literally that I joked about in your post, that might not make sense to the afflicted. Or the new guy is crashing out on Twitter because he can't take being goofed on even lightly. And if none of that is true, you'll still be okay. Telling yourself you're smart and everyone else makes no sense is always a good way of coping with discomfort online. I'll leave you be now. Good luck. Now, I don't know. Maybe Derpy here said that it was going to be about ped stuff. I never really did it, but I don't think it's unreasonable with his background, the stuff that's what it's going to be. Here's another thing. Let's say he does do ped stuff, and he's right. That he's right. What's right is right. Right, Jimmy?
Yeah.
He's right. Maybe he's right. I don't fucking know. You sound a little nervous about this shit. I would be. I mean,
like, you need to be super careful.
I hate covering this stuff. I hate covering this stuff because I fucking went all in with Tom in the second video. And then I ended up being in Pyro's video. Fuck. Not exactly. So, but I'm sure these guys, they're so arrogant. They don't think they can get anything wrong. They think they'll be invincible or whatever. And when they actually do get something wrong, double, quadruple down. And this guy's always he's already walking around like he's a big YouTuber. One of his videos finally hit. And maybe it's because it's good. It's also timing too. Like, people are sick of MUTAHAR's shit. They're sick of it. And here's the thing, they might, hey, your video's great, but you're also a weird, creepy, autistic A-logger.
Yeah, I mean, like, you made like fucking 50 videos on Muta. So
yeah, I know. So you're all weird here. It's like, yeah, the Muta's fucked, but so you're fucking weird. You know, dude, you're on top of the world. Why would you bring me up? I'm a dying YouTuber. I know. Even the dying YouTuber, you can't deal with that. So, like, and what was the point? Why did you say, like, you know, Tommy said I was doing this, and here's why he got it wrong. He was like, Tommy's hallucinating. Everything's some kind of gaslighting thing. He's drunk, he's hallucinating, he's old, he has dementia. It's never what I say. Never what I say. And here's the thing. I'm entitled to speculate about this, and I'm showing everybody right now that it's completely reasonable speculation with your A-logging, with your really weird, uncomfortable phone call. I mean, an hour and 40 minutes, and I don't bring up that shit once with the Nux Taku, and you're like, here, I'm going to fill you in on it. I'm like, I'm not covering that. It's really funny. It's really funny. Here's the thing. This doesn't mean the next video. I'd say, oh, this is another thing he said. So he had to get another little cute dig on me. I think I forgot to read it. Then first one. Why did he fail to do so? As far as I could tell, it's more about him being ashamed of being in close proximity to this person for years. Like,
what?
Here's the thing about that. He's bitching about me fucking speculating. So he came up with an idea why I criticize his video, because I'm ashamed of being with MUTAHAR. He's certainly entitled to that. It's fucking ridiculous. I think I've talked to him 3 times online. We were in the same area, but he's literally freaking out and then about the thing that I'm doing, and then he fucking does it at the end here.
So he makes a baseless assumption.
He makes a baseless assumption saying your thing is and that's the thing. Your assumption is absolutely baseless. My assumption is based on your past and your phone call. And oh, by the way, I got a message from somebody that knows you, and they told me you're not very well adjusted, and I trust them. So it's not totally out of the realm of possibility that you're nuts. Prove me wrong. Go ahead. Feel free. I'm not 100% sold on it. But you sound weird. You talk weird. I know it's a voice changer. It's a voice changer. And the fact, and I got to be honest with you, the fact that if that's true, then you are weird.
Yeah.
That weird with your divergent sexuality.
Because My Little Pony too.
Yeah. Really? No, is that true?
I just made that up. No. I just made that up.
My Little Pony.
But it's a pretty good assumption, though.
Yeah.
My Little Pony kind of does lead up to it.
I'm gonna make an assumption. You have a bunch of stuffed teddy bears, and they all have holes in them. They're sticky inside. That's a baseless assumption. How about that? Fucking degenerates. I sit there and say, I don't like that. I don't know if I would have done that if I were him. Tommy's hallucinating. All right, good luck, motherfucker. Because now I got my eye on you. And if you fuck up, guaranteed you'll be on SFTP. So.